How far do you think we're going to get with this today?
Well, I think this is a second step. We had stage one of those negotiations on the Belarusian-Ukrainian border. This is a step up from that. This is an effort to try and advance the ball even a little bit down the field. As you mentioned, I think it's important that we really put in place some significant space for humanitarian exits from some of those conflict areas. The Russians thus far have not been true to their word, and I think that is going to be a real test in what comes out of here. Will Moscow abide by the commitments that they make?
That's the big question, isn't it? Because, it seems as if Ukrainians are willing to move on the question of NATO membership. But at the same point, you've got to remember that they are talking about these two disputed regions, and they want guarantees, not necessarily approval, if you will.
No, and Moscow's demands are unreasonable, to put it mildly. They're saying, essentially, you have to cede large portions of your country, Donetsk, Luhansk, as well as Crimea, to us or to these so-called independent republics. And in addition to that, you have to swear off one of the most sacred rights that a country has, which is to determine its own security arrangements. And while you rightly mentioned, Hadley, that President Zelensky is apparently willing to negotiate on that point, I don't know that that's a huge departure from where they have been. I think it's a concession that if it's the price of peace, then the Ukrainians may be willing to say, look, we don't need NATO membership for the foreseeable future. We already have, quite frankly, significant support from NATO.